Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Ryan in Singapore, and welcome to the Mindfulness Daily Practice. Hi, Leslie. Good morning. Hi, Jean. Hi, Dee. Hi, Dirk. Hello, Edelyn. Hello, Sue. Hi, Kate. Hello, Nene in London. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome, everybody. Today's talk and quotes, we're continuing a series about Shunryu Suzuki and doing some quotes from him. Just as a review, Shunryu Suzuki is an author of several books, as well as the founder of the San Francisco Zen Center, and a lot of really interesting quotes. We started with quotes about beginner's mind. Yesterday we did some quotes about what is Zen and talked about, what is beginner's mind, what is Zen. Today we're going to talk about the present moment. So I'm sure you've heard of the power of living in the present, and for example, like even Eckhart Tolle has a book called The Power of Now, and there is some power in whatever you subscribe to. There is some power in living in the present, and there's a lot of our mental issues that we have. Some of them have to do with not living in the present. So we're going to have a look a little bit today at what does it mean to be living in the present, and go through some quotes from Shunryu Suzuki about living in the present. So hello, Emma. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Alexa. Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day over there in the West. It's already over here. So interesting. Thanks, Dirk, for sharing. I think those books are available in a lot of different languages. Good morning, Key. So the present moment, living in the present moment is, quite simply not living in the past and not living in the future. It's living here right now and appreciating what's going on right now. And, living in the past, a lot of times depression has to do with living in the past. Anxiety has to do with living in the future. And both of these things, we get fixated on who we were yesterday, and all the things that happened, and we get so attached to the past and the things that happened in the past that we can't move on to right now, and we can't live in right now. Or conversely, because of anxiety and worrying about the future, we get so caught up in those thoughts about the future that we're not living here now, and this causes a lot of pain. And reliving the past injustices that we've experienced, reliving the past emotional pains that we've had. I can't believe she said this, right? Wow, how dare her? What gives her the right to say this? All right, a lot of times this is kind of the thinking that happens, and we get caught up. And I think this as well is, I heard in some Buddhist teachings once, the idea of the second arrow, right? So it's like it's a soldier gets hit by an arrow, and so this arrow, of course, is painful, but the second arrow is oh wow, this is painful. Oh, I can't believe it. Why am I the one who got shot with the arrow? This pain is so unbearable. I can't believe I have to live with this pain, right? This is the second arrow. Is so the event's done. It's already happened, and we continue to think about it. We create more pain because we want to fixate on the pain. And it's kind of a weird way to say it, that we want to fixate on the pain, but there is some kind of attachment to the mind of that pain that's happened, and to want to constantly go through it. And I think next week I'm going to talk a little bit about physical pain and the role of mindfulness in alleviating physical pain, which is interesting as well. So, this goes for a lot of things, not just things that have happened to us, but can be trying to see and accept the way things are in the present. So the present moment's the only moment we have. There is no past. The past is already gone. The future is not yet here. The only moment that we have to live in is right now. These things, this idea of the past and the future are just that. They're ideas. Our life does not exist in either of those, in the past or in the future. Those are things that are, because we have memory, because our minds have the ability to project and model and simulate the future, we see the potential of the future. We realize what's happened in the past. But those are constructs in the human mind. They are not real. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn from past mistakes, or that you shouldn't be concerned about what's happening in the future, that you should not do any planning. It is about having some structure to how we interact with our lives. Of course, planning is helpful. So it doesn't mean that we don't think about these things, but instead we do it in a structured way, so that we are aware of what we're doing. And mindfulness, right? One way to break down mindfulness, anyway, in one word, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is awareness. So can we be aware of what's going on? And the Jon Kabat-Zinn definition of mindfulness is paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, in the present moment. So this is part of our definition of mindfulness, and one of the reasons why I'm excited to talk about it and to share some of these quotes from Shunryu Suzuki. So let's do it. I'll read some of these quotes for you, and I think some of these quotes are really nice. Treat every moment as your last. It is not preparation for something else. To live is enough. Treat every moment as your last. It is not preparation for something else. To live is enough. Okay, next quote. When you do something, you should do it with your whole body and mind. You should be concentrated on what you do. You should do it completely, like a good bonfire. You should not be a smoky fire. You should burn yourself completely. If you do not burn yourself completely, a trace of yourself will still be left in what you do. So I like this. This is more, it goes even a bit deeper than simply present moment awareness. Now it is raining, but we don't know what will happen in the next moment. By the time we go out, it may be a beautiful day or a stormy day. Since we don't know, let's appreciate the sound of the rain now. So now it is raining, but we don't know what will happen in the next moment. By the time we go out, it may be a beautiful day or a stormy day. Since we don't know, let's appreciate the sound of the rain now. There's no connection between I, myself, yesterday, and I, myself, in this moment. There's no connection between I, myself, yesterday, and I, myself, in this moment. I think this one's it's a really interesting one. And I think I do try and remind us that the person that was here now is different from the person that could be even here as well yesterday. And last is time goes from present to past. I think this was maybe the hardest one to get my head around. Time goes from present to past. So it only goes in one direction, right? The current moment, the present moment is constantly turning into the past. Okay. So these are our quotes for today. And we're going to do some practice, some mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So meditation is practicing mindfulness. So that's all we're going to do today. As we sit in our meditation posture, and I would encourage you now to get started. So let's go ahead and sit in our posture. So it's a posture that combines relaxation and alertness. I would encourage you, if you can, to move your back away from your backrest to help encourage attentiveness and alertness. So sitting up straight, being here with purpose. We are here to practice being present. And not to worry, not to be judgmental if you find yourself wandering into the past or into the future in your mind, because that's normal. It's what our minds are designed to do, so not to worry too much about it. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling. So come into stillness. So one of the things about our meditation practice that can be really useful is when our bodies stay still, there's nothing else for us to focus on except for the body being here. So you don't have to worry about moving left or right, front or back. See if you can just sit still, sit straight and tall. And start by noticing the sensation of sitting here. The feeling of the body pressed against the supporting surface, or the supporting surface pressed against the body. Noticing where the buttocks is in contact with the supporting surface, where the legs and feet may be in contact. So the sense of touch is happening in the present. It's constantly giving us information in the present. So can you feel? Can you notice where the body is being touched, and then where it's not? Where the feeling of being touched tapers off. And now beginning to notice that even though the body is still, that the body continues to move ever so slightly, expanding and contracting as you breathe. So can you bring your full attention to that sensation, the sensation of breath? Always changing. If we're not controlling the breath, if we're letting the breath just be as it is, there's this constant change of the shape of the body as air moves in and out with each breath. The body is expanding on the inhale, contracting and releasing on the exhale. And this movement doesn't stop. So can you be fully present for this breath, the one that's happening right now? Can you be aware of your state right now? And roll out the red carpet. Welcome. Welcome who is here now. State of the body, state of the mind, state of the emotions. They are what they are in this moment. Dwelling in this, whatever it is, without trying to change it in any way. Just observing, using this time to mindfully observe the you that's here, and using this present moment sensation of breath to hold you here in this moment. Maybe it's raining now. Maybe it will be sunny in a few moments. For now, just listen to the rain, be with the rain, because it's here now. Never taking for granted that another breath is coming. This breath could be my last breath. So drinking it in, appreciating it. Appreciating being here, being alive, breathing. Feeling each and every breath, being fully present with each and every breath. Is your mind still focused on the breath and the present? Or have you found yourself wandering away? Remember, it's no problem. It's a natural part of our meditation process. So as soon as you notice the mind has wandered, just gently acknowledge that. It's raining now. And let go as best you can and come back. Come back to this observation of breath. Being present with this still body. Observing the body, observing the mind, observing the emotions, here and now. So keep it up, you're doing great, we're almost there. So are you anticipating the end of practice? Or are you here in this moment? The beginning of our practice is now. The past is gone. Begin again. Stay present. Feeling this breath and this breath and this breath. And now it's time for us to draw our practice to its close. So I'll ring the bell 3 times, And after the sound of the bell subsides, feel free to open your eyes if they were closed, move your body around, stretch out in any way you like. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for being here with me today, for practicing, for taking this time for yourself to be present. So again, a lot of power in being present and seeing things how they are in this moment. So how did it go today? How was your practice? We'll have a quick look in the chat here. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for your donation. Yeah, Nick asks, are all the quotes from the same book? It's from the same author. The author is Shunryu Suzuki. Just write it one more time here so that you can see. Thanks, Key. Thank you for your donation. So, as I'm waiting for more to show up in the chat, Kate says, lots of mind wandering, but I did manage to keep coming back to the breath. Thanks for sharing. And thanks for being here. Whether you're active in the chat or not, always, you're welcome. I'm really, really happy to have you here, and hope that you get something. I guess what I hope more than anything is that you keep practicing. I think a lot of times people come and they meditate one time and they go, nothing's happening. Yeah, well, nothing. It's you go to the gym one time and then you expect yourself to be able to lift a truck. You'll realize that it's not exactly how going to the gym works. The same with mindfulness meditation. Through practice and through regular practice is when you'll start to see that difference in how things are going for you, and you may be surprised. You may be surprised as you practice that one moment in your regular daily life that you suddenly have a bit more control, a bit more awareness of what's going on, and then you react, or you don't react the way that you thought you were going to. Barbara shares, my thoughts predominantly drifted to the future today. Thanks for sharing. And Jean shares that my mind wandered away to Doctor Who, Albert Einstein, and space-time, which is fine. I love that. I like, my mind does that too. I go to plenty of silly places also. Okay, before we do the well wishes today, just wanted to remind everybody that the recordings of these meditations are going to a new site, and that's the recordings, not the live practice. The live practice will stay here on Insight Timer. The recordings were on one site, and now they're moving to another site, and the site it's like the most commonly, it's the video, the video site that everybody knows about, right? This one's no secret. I've just just wanted to let you know that it's there. And as Dirk shared in the chat yesterday, the quality of the video is likely a lot better. So you can, if you want to revisit this, maybe see these meditations in higher quality as well, you can go check them out. So I would encourage you to especially if you miss a day, I'm going to be uploading all the videos there. If there's anything that you missed, or maybe in today's session that you wanted to review, I do break it down into chapters so that you can kind of skip around to the area that you want to look at. Thank you, Cece, for your donation. Well, and Leslie shares that she hasn't been successful in finding the link. If you eventually, once this gains a bit more traction, then you won't have to worry about it. You should be able to search. My profile name in Insight Timer is Ryan Grimes Mindful, and that's kind of my profile name everywhere. So maybe that'll help as well. And CC shares, Ryan and everyone, I've been able to come almost every day since the time has changed. I definitely feel meditation working better on my anxiety and depression. Thank you, CC, for sharing. And let us close practice with some well wishes. So simply wishing ourselves well, wishing well for our friends and family and those who are here today, and wishing well for everyone. So inclining the mind towards kindness and compassion is what we're going to do. So follow along with me if you like. May I be happy and peaceful. May all of you here today, watching, listening, wherever you are, I wish you all happiness and peace. And may all life throughout the universe, big and small, all human beings, whatever their conditions, suffering or not suffering, I wish all of us happiness and peace. Thank you to everyone for joining. Tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow's topic is what kind of horse are you? This is a really great quote for tomorrow. So tune in, see what that means. See you next time. Bye-bye.